shoulders in pain. And I didn't think that that's going to be a side effect from going to the dentist. Hello and welcome back to the Blêrie Podcast with myself and Arod. Arod, how are you?
Hello.
Just for in case people on the internet notice that I don't look myself, I'm not feeling great.
I know you're not feeling great. You're not feeling as whimsical as usual.
I don't think people are supposed to feel not great as often as I do.
People, the struggle is real.
The whole starting of a migraine business is happening, yeah. I can feel it.
You can feel it.
I can feel it.
So is it like a warm-up? So is it like it starts?
I can feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Love's not all around.
And that's the way the migraine goes. Wow.
Anyway, it's not just that I often have headaches. It's also that whenever I leave my house, I injure myself. Day before yesterday, I was at work and I scratched my whole foot with the bottom part of a steel gate.
Oh my goodness. I think we'll insert a picture here so people can see.
I don't want people to see my feet.
Don't you? You never know. It could be a career.
Even uninjured, they are not good to look at.
I've been told my toes are terrible. I have apparently toes that look like, I don't know. It's my nasal toe. I don't know.
It's like when, it's like rock climbers. You can use them.
Yes, like that.
For gripping.
Wow.
Do you pick up things with your feet?
Yes, often.
I do it all the time.
Often from
with
socks.
With my two toes, like, well, socks make sense. I've picked up weird shit with my feet.
Such as?
I can't think of what now, but whatever. Like a...
toothbrush.
No, luckily not. But like in the shops when my hands is full. Then I just take
really?
off my feet. And
so you walk like, or you push the trolley.
Yeah. I'm exaggerating. Anyway, so I injured my foot. And then yesterday,
yes,
I went for a tooth cleaning in Johannesburg.
Most people just do it at home, and they're not going to lie. That's us normal people. We just clean our teeth, well, from time to time, in the bathroom.
That is a daily one. You need to go for a tooth cleaning. And I've been on the waiting list at Steve Bigger for 5 years.
Yes, oh really?
And I'm starting to think it's not going to happen. So I went yesterday. This place is in Joburg, in Dunkeld West, wherever that is. And you cannot tell me that time is the same always. Because if I go from here, from Kempton Park, to my friend in Pretoria, in Wonderboom, it's 45 minutes. From here to where I went to the dentist, 45 minutes.
Okay.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
It is not the same amount of time. You cannot tell me otherwise. I don't want to be mean to Joburg, but it's so cock. I hate it.
Sitting in that traffic.
There's people everywhere.
Yeah.
The roads are confusing. Like you are driving along and then suddenly without warning you are in a dry barn.
Yeah.
And then you have to push in front of someone because you don't want to drive. It's cock. I don't like Joburg. It's not for me. And then I think of people who live in Pretoria or in Kempton who works there, who has to drive that every day.
Every single day, imagine.
I would not.
Poofa plucky. If I had to do that every single day, because it's crazy. Oh, we've had to drive to Midrand before, and that's fine. That's at least halfway, and it was on that.
Maybe fine for you, but when we worked at Jacaranda, I was living in Onderstepoort.
Yeah, but you lived in the middle of nowhere and nothing.
It was a far drive, but we started work at 6 o'clock. So when I drove to work, there was no one on the roads. That's fine.
Do you know what I used to remember doing? I used to remember driving. If I drove, it's 20. What was it? I think it was like, if I drove at 20 past 5, then I'd be fine. But if I drove at like 5:30, then massive difference, a monstrous difference.
Well, I had to leave at 4:15.
Yes, I remember. I remember we were used to and if we had a sleepover, then we would wake up at that time as well. Because
it's insane.
That's imagine waking up that time now.
I'll die.
Chase
I'm not a morning person, but when you're up and you on the road and there's no one else there, then it's nice.
It's actually relaxing.
Anyway, so I went for tooth cleaning.
Yes.
And we were going to do a tooth whitening. Zoom tooth whitening. But then we couldn't do the whitening because I have soft teeth.
You have soft teeth. Never has any word like that ever been spoken before. You have a soft tooth.
I have soft teeth and they are very sensitive. And I'm like, we led a tough life. They are supposed to be hard. They are supposed to be tough. But no, they are soft teeth. So now we first have to harden them up a bit before I can get tooth whitening.
What?
Anyway, still not the point. So, got the tooth cleaning.
I've never heard of that before in my life. It's like, this rocky is not hard enough.
Yeah.
Make it harder.
Yes, it makes sense to me because once I broke my tooth on a piece of toast. Just like
On a piece of toast, wow.
a whole tooth came flying out.
Yeah.
I don't, maybe it's because, what is it that makes you, I wanted to say I don't eat carrots, but that's for your eyes, not for your teeth.
That's actually a lie, but it's okay.
No, it is good for your eyes.
No, that is, no. That's a
I'm
proper,
gonna Google it.
please, it's a propaganda thing. I promise it's
Is it big carrot?
It's a rumor. You can go
Okay,
and
but what's the propaganda?
the propaganda it had to do with World War II. Got to do with the British, so that the Japanese thought that they could fly at night. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with your eyes. Type in rumor carrots make you see at night.
I didn't say it makes you see at night. I said it's good for your eyes.
But it's not good for your eyes. It doesn't matter.
Carrots contain beta-carotene, which is a vitamin that can prevent formation of cataracts and macular degeneration in your eyeballs, which is the world's leading cause of blindness. So it is good for your eyes, but it's not like it's gonna give you X-ray vision.
But that was the reason.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
It's interesting because I like these types of things. But anyway, I don't drink milk. That's what I wanted to say. Except in my coffee. But I don't know, my teeth. And I eat a lot of sweets.
Mm-hmm.
I smoke.
Yes.
And I drink a lot of coffee. So obviously,
Bad puss.
it's wreaking havoc
Yes, on the inside.
on my tooths. Anyway, so I was there, got my teeth cleaned, left, went to my car. My feet decided they're not gonna stay underneath me anymore, and I fell on the stairs. And I hurt my arm, and I fell on top of my gut, like so. And I was walking down the stairs, and my arsehole is in pain. And I didn't think that that's going to be a side effect from going to the dentist.
All I'm saying is you're doing it wrong.
I was doing it wrong. I should stop leaving my house. It never works out good for me. Although I often injure myself at home as well.
I know. Yes, you do.
I fell down my stairs before
Oh gosh.
when I stepped on top of my own gown.
Yes, and that's an easy for me. That will be like a Monday.
My dad likes to, when my dad has a skrik
Yes.
or whatever, he fights. Okay? So since I was young, if I would do something stupid and I'd fall or what, he would fight with me. Why are you falling?
I didn't understand how that with parents. Like you hurt yourself, and instead of oh shame you poor thing, what are you doing? It's like you're not helping the situation.
Yeah, no, but it's some people have that way. That is their like they had a fright, and then that's how. And then yesterday, when I fell, I was talking to my dad, and he was saying, "You shouldn't leave the house anymore. Why do you keep falling? Why are you not concentrating when you walk?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm trying my best. Okay, walking isn't as easy as you make it out to be."
One foot in front of the other.
And now he's being sarcastic the whole time. I was busy eating a sandwich.
Okay.
And he was like, "Don't do anything else whilst eating that sandwich. Be careful not to trip over the sandwich." And this morning I had to open the garage and he said, "Don't do anything else whilst opening the garage." But then last night he let a extension cord plug fall on his foot. And you know how painful it is when something stupid falls on your foot. And then I started yelling at him. Why are you doing this? Anyway.
Oh my word.
That is it for today's episode of Sami Injured Herself this week.
Sure.
It's always been like this. I've always been a faller.
Yeah, but I'm the accident prone person. I'm the one that, even with this, so there'll be this in front of me. And I'll be like, no, let me just, and I've made the conscious thoughts, I'm going to grab it by this, and I'll miss, and then it'll spill everywhere.
Yeah.
Accident prone arods, that's what they call me.
Yep. I'm
bad.
He doesn't just injure himself. He drops things, forgets things. Yeah, you know.
There's shrapnel.
And you've had plenty of operations before. I
have, yes. I've had 3 operations. For the first one, I cracked my back when I was very young from doing like diving, those somersault wangies, those whatever. And my back decided it didn't like that. It went, and so I had to learn how to sort of walk again then. But it was 3 years ago that I went in for a back operation because the little cushions right at the bottom, the one completely vanished.
That doesn't sound like fun.
And then it pinched the nerve all the way down my leg, and I can't explain it. It's just this sore the whole time down the side of your leg. It was incredibly sore. So they had to operate, and then open so it's like that, and it's like pinching. So they had to open it up like that, and put a little something there, like an extra cushion, and then learning how to walk again. And then on my wrist, I've had 2 operations.
But the thing is, I remember you also injured yourself when you wrestled that dude.
Yes, on my shoulder, that I still come this side
But, and this is what bothers me.
Oh gosh.
You injured yourself because you are like daredevilish. You do things. You do stupid things. I've never been someone who does stupid things.
I know, we know.
If I want to swim, which is not often because that's where people drown.
Yes.
Then I will go in from the trapeze.
Yes, you will, I know. You don't do somersaults from the side.
I've never done a somersault because it looks dangerous. I don't do dangerous things and still I injure myself. I walk
flight of stairs.
Down a flight of stairs.
Renders you paralyzed.
Like, it's annoying.
Yeah, I know.
And I also don't just injure myself. If you read my book, you would know about this story. But my pregnant teacher fell over my book bag.
And she fell over your book bag.
Because for some reason, I'm struggling to do life. Other children would put down their bag and it would stay upright. Mine kept falling over.
Yes. Yeah.
Why? The baby was okay.
Thank goodness.
Well, we don't, it looked like it. We don't know if maybe now he's a Blue Bull supporter. That might be my fault.
Hi, sis.
That's the grappie Blauwbelle.
Well, they are taking on the Bulls and the Sharks on the 2nd of November at Loftus.
Are you going to score us tickets?
Hey, we'll have to see.
Talk to your contacts.
I will.
Are they playing Loftus?
Yeah, I'm going to be working. Yeah.
You know, I've never, let me just think if I'm lying, but I don't think I ever saw a Sharks game and I'm a Sharks supporter.
You're not that much of a Sharks supporter.
No, it's because I'm always broke. Let's be honest. Okay? It's just something like you have rich people vibes or you have broke people vibes.
Yes.
That you are born with. And I was born a broke person. And sometimes it goes better, sometimes not so good. You know, it's like this.
So up and down.
But even if I have lots of money, you won't get the broke bitch out of me. It is just in me. And then tickets is expensive. So the only time I watched rugby is if I got free tickets from work. And normally it was at Ellis Park.
Yes.
Or maybe at Loftus sometimes.
Loftus, yeah.
But a lot of times it was Ellis Park. And then it's the Lions, who I love. I love the Lions. And whoever they're playing against. But I've never... It was never a Sharks game.
Oh my word.
And I've never watched the Springboks. Ever. It's sad.
You've never watched
I've never watched the Springbok game.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Look at that little chin. Not by the hair when you chinny chin chin.
Yeah, I mean in 95, imagine the World Cup can be here again. That would be lovely. But the tickets is going to be unaffordable.
Exorbitant.
Exorbitant.
Hey, there's your word for the day. Exorbitant.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, that's it for
You know what I want to talk about? This is some of my rant. I know we are early in with the rant.
No, but that's fine.
But you know mainstream media.
I do know mainstream media.
It is such a pot of cock.
Yeah.
I need people there. Obviously, it's important to know what's going on in the world. But it's not like you can read a newspaper and just trust what it says.
Bless me.
Bless you. We'll edit that out. No one wants to hear that.
No, another one is coming. Anyways. I don't know. There's always two.
Is there two with you? There's always three with me.
Is there three with you? There's always two with me.
Alright.
Anyhow?
But it's not like you can just...
Not yet, it'll come soon.
It's not like you can just read a newspaper and you can now believe what it says.
Yeah.
And the way they use with opskrifte, what is that in English?
Titles.
No. The
Headlines.
It's always clickbaity.
It has to be because
And
it's a business. They need to sell.
I get that, but it's gaga.
That is gaga.
And how many people just read the headline and then...
Guilty!
Is that you?
Yeah.
And then you think you know something happened and then it's not at all.
Yeah, it depends if
For example,
Mm-hmm.
not Curry. Kane's red card in the final.
Yes.
Afterwards, he went for the hearing, he got banned for 3 games.
What? Really?
Yeah, which is standard. It's when you get a red card, it's normally 4 games or 5 games or 6 games depending on the severity. It's not like they can just change what. But anyway, he got a standard 3 game
That's banned, yeah.
ban. Now the headings would say, Curry banned
Yeah.
after illegal tackle. And then it sounds so much worse than it is. Because 3 games, it's not like he's banned from rugby.
Yeah, I understand.
Or, did you see that video of the girl who threw a rugby ball into the bus? Like she wanted to throw it to the players, and then she hit Rachel Khaleesi against the head.
No.
It's funny. I'm sorry, it is funny. And she was she was so embarrassed because she wanted to throw the ball
Yes.
to the players and she accidentally hit Rachel. Now the headlines is saying, student apologizes after throwing Rachel with the ball against the head. And that's not what it was an accident. It's funny. No one is taking it seriously, but the way they phrase the headlines makes it sound
as if someone
as
almost...
if there was now intent.
Yes.
We should red card her.
We should red card her. Take it to court.
No, I'm tired of it. And it just, everything is cock. The news is always aimed to make people angry. And often to make people angry with each other. Why? Why? But I understand it's a business, but treat it as such. Okay? Like if you see a business making an advert for their chips, it's up to you as consumer to decide if you want to buy it and if you want to taste it. And when you do, it's up to you to decide if you like it. We must treat the news the same way. Because it's not like what you hear there is fact beyond a doubt. Because you will watch 2 stations, it would sound like a different story.
It would sound like a completely different
So
story.
you as consumer and reader need to decide in what light are you going to take this. And personally, if I don't see it with my own eyes or hear it with my own earballs,
It didn't happen.
I'm not going to put too much weight on it.
If it's not on Facebook, it's not real.
You know, it's Halloween overseas. We don't really celebrate. Well, we don't celebrate Halloween at all. Sometimes people would make a Halloween party just for funsies, but we don't do Halloween here. But in America, the United States of America,
Yes.
at a charity shop, there was a skull for decoration. And then one of the people walking through the charity shop saw the skull. And this person was a paleontologist.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, that looks like a real human skull. That doesn't look like a fakey for
Oh,
decoration. Wow. And she called the police, and it was a real human skull. And then the owner said they bought a storage unit many years ago, and it was in there, and they thought it was... Now, isn't that they end off, because now the police are investigating, and they ended saying, this case is not believed to be suspicious in nature. I beg to be different.
I beg to differ.
Because
it was found in a storage...
even if the charity shop owner has nothing to do with it, she bought a storage unit. Who has a human skull in their storage unit? Unless they are maybe a paleontologist. But it's suspicious already.
Hide and seek champion, 1849. Could be.
Imagine, if you analyze the skull, and then through like investigation, you find out that is Jack the Ripper's head.
Oh, imagine.
Or something.
Wow.
Or someone has been missing. Who's missing that is very...
Jack from Titanic. Because you thought he drowned. Jack!
But actually he was murdered. Most foul. I think it is suspicious. I don't know how they can say it's not suspicious. I want your thoughts on something.
Okay.
But before I ask you, this is going to divide people on the internet. Just so you know. Because
down the middle,
does.
like a 30-70.
A restaurant charges extra €40 to adults who are unable to parent their children. Alright, so I read the rest of the article, and there's parents, a lot of parents are complaining about this restaurant because they say on their menu in fine print, if you are a cock parent, basically this is what they say, if you are not a good parent and you can't control your children, you will get charged. And now this person who was complaining said her children was well behaved. She doesn't understand because they were just sitting watching iPad, whatnot.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know about this specific case, but in general, there is sometimes children that can't
sit still.
And I think it also depends on what restaurant you go to. Like if you go to Spur or McDonald's,
you know there's going to be kids there.
You know there's going to be children, there's massive play areas, you can't be upset. But if you go to Le Petit Paris, where you pay, like it's not a family restaurant, and you have children next to you watching Baby Shark or Peppa the Pig on their iPads loudly,
volume,
maybe that gives a reason to complain.
But maybe not €40 worth of complaining.
I don't know. I'm quite divided on this one because I don't have children, nor do I want children. I find them a little annoying sometimes, if I'm being honest. But it's not like I hate children and I don't want them around me. Like my friends' children, my cousins' children, I love them. They are sweet, love, Tanny Sami, great. But there's some people who take it too far.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want any children in my area. And that's, like, get over yourself. The world doesn't revolve around you. But sometimes, especially in retail, when your children are running around, grabbing things from the shelf, being loud, then I'm like, it's a problem. You need to discipline them, in my opinion. With you, as a young adult boy, waag that type of thing. Running around, grabbing things from shelves, jumping on the restaurant chairs.
No.
My dad would clap me.
Would be bliksem.
Like, honestly, and I don't mean it in I was her abused way. I was just like, my dad disciplined me. I didn't do that type of thing. And it doesn't mean you have to murder your children.
It just means,
It just means...
take it down a notch.
Discipline. And in certain places, your children needs to know that it's not okay in this scenario to be all over the show.
Yeah.
And also, if you take your child to a restaurant that's not a family restaurant in general, like a Spur or whatever, it's not fun for them.
Of course it's not, because you've got to sit there and you're bored. That's why a lot of the time.
That's why. It's not like even the children's fault, but now, what must they do? They are not having a lekker time.
No.
A charity shop in Swansea, wherever that is, has put out a statement or whatever, asking people not to donate sex toys. Why does this need to be said?
Why does that need... But I saw this other video the other day. It's like this little boy picks up what he's like, what animal is this? Dad, look at this. And it's this monstrous blue thing. Dad, look at this thing. No. I don't know. Maybe this is a deep sea thing. And he goes and then the girl also holds it. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Is it a skit?
No, I don't think so.
A real life thing.
It looks like it was a real life thing.
But I just thought, I don't know why this needs to be said out loud. Because obviously, and then you can assume, because it's being donated to a charity shop, you can assume that it's used.
I would think so, unless it's...
I don't need this anymore. And that's Brandon. I am no longer sad and lonely. Give this to someone in need. It's stupid. That's just what, like, obviously in a charity shop there's toys and books and CDs and what, and now you're walking around there with your children.
And then you see
and they're like, look, mommy.
Look, what is
Where
this?
do these go?
Mommy, Mom, what is this thing vibrating?
Arod once had to do a obstacle course. What's that obstacle course?
The warrior race.
Warrior race with a blow-up doll.
Oh yes, that was fun.
What do you call it? Cuffed to him. Alright, but that's not the funniest part of the story. Because you obviously had to purchase this blow-up doll.
Yes, I did.
To do the race with him. And there was a blow-up dolls of sheep.
It's crazy. They asked, listen, do you want the sheep? You're like, listen now, listen.
It would have been funny, but I don't think their feet can take cuffs. I had many questions.
Yes, we all have many questions.
I'm in persistent New Zealand. I'm just kidding.
Are you?
Are you?
Yes.
Everyone has heard rumours. I don't know if it's true.
Have they?
I've heard some rumours. Anyway, I feel like we have to move along.
I feel like so.
Before we get cancelled. It's the festive season is here.
The festive is here. Can you handle it?
It's unbelievable. And then I saw a comedy skit from, is that favourite of mine?
Richard Iwadi.
No, the one is style I like in comedy, like his storytelling, that one.
Not Jimmy Corn.
What's his name?
Ricky Gervais.
No, the one who is like doesn't make dirty jokes ever. He just tells like things that happened.
Oh, Michael McIntyre.
Michael McIntyre. My brain is not braining. Michael McIntyre did a skit about November.
Okay.
And then he was like, every year when this time of the year comes, everyone goes, can you believe it's November?
Can you believe it's November? Yeah.
Can you believe it's already November? And he's like, it happens every year. It was funny. Anyway, so I can't believe it's already November. I just have to say it. It's true. How do you feel about this time of year? The festive season.
When it actually comes to Christmas Day, I'm usually very excited and stuff, but at the same time I get very depressed because there's never money for anything.
I hate this time of year so much because it's exactly that, ne? This whole season, ne? Like what it's about and everything, that I love, but this time of year, it's just so materialistic. And everybody flaunts their shit. Yeah. Look at what I have. Look at what I have. And you never feel worse about yourself than during December.
Because I know I can't go away.
Can't do focal.
Can't do
Please.
nothing. Please.
You know what? I'm gonna treat myself and buy 30 eggs.
30. What eggs? So I went to yesterday again. Price of eggs ridiculous.
It's 30 insane.
30 eggs. 30 eggs. 120 rand. Are you mad? Are you from your egg off?
Where did you go?
Checkers.
Oh, I once had a special for 99 rand.
99 rand.
Which we were like, wow, that's good, but I mean it's not. But compare it to the last time. But you know what I mean. And it's not like, I mean, you have a lot to be grateful for. all that business. We're not being ungrateful or anything, but especially in retail, especially in our industry, in the entertainment industry, like you're just busy the whole time. Just the day before Christmas you realize, oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, but now it's time for Arod's idiotic joke. Arod.
Where do fruits go on vacation? Pears.
That was awful.
I'm glad I unmade your day.
Where does I'm gonna make up my own joke now.
Okay.
Where does cookies go on vacation?
I don't know.
Romany creams. See, I can also be funny. Anyway, guys, I apologize profusely for this episode, okay?
What is a scary cookie? Romany screams! I don't know.
I've been alive for 32 years.
Yes.
It takes a lot more to frighten me. I've seen some shit.
A bank balance will do.
It will.
I told you.
You have a bank?
No.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us today. I know it was a bit depressing with me not feeling well, injuring myself, Arod's operations, depressing Christmas, mainstream media being cock. There was no good news in this episode, was there? Let me think of something quickly so we can end up on a high. You can still get high.
I had my very first doof on the drums this past weekend.
I forgot about that, ne? Because Arod also has that drum set.
Yes.
That he was working on like for many long times.
Yeah.
And it's been a dream since I've known him. And now he had his first gig last weekend.
Yeah,
we are so proud of Arod. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You will put in a clip here.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, remember to subscribe. Okay, alright.
We didn't do one last thing.
Oh, a rave.
You know, we are all over the show with this freaking episode. Goeie flak. Give us a rave. How about?
Raindrops are falling on my head. It's a bitsy spider climbing up the spout.
And ladies and gentlemen,
down came the rain and washed the spider out.
We'll leave you with that.
Up came the sun and dried up all the rain.
Thank you for joining.
Itsy bitsy spider, something.
The Blêrie Podcast.
Okay, bye.